Good morning, Simon and Elliot. I don't know where the phone holder went. I don't know where you guys put that. So today I have it propped up against a plant. But I still want to read you a story for today. So the story I picked is Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind, and another. Oh my goodness. He is mischievous. He's chasing his dog. His mother called him Wild Thing and said, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Oh no. How do you think he's feeling right now? I would say, based on looking at his face, he looks pretty frustrated. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Whoa. That's pretty neat. And grew. Whoa. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Wow, his room transformed into the forest. It's pretty amazing what your imagination can do, right? And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. Wow, I think I see a wild thing already. He sailed pretty far from his home. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Kind of looks like the wild things are happy to see him. Looks like they're almost smiling and greeting him. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. So it seems as though Max is becoming a leader. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." I can make a connection here. I remember Elliot in Cape Cod saying, "Let the wild rumpus start," when you two wild things were playing around. Here's the wild rumpus. rumpusing. And more rumpusing. As you notice, all the wild things are looking up to Max as their leader. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. So Max missed the people that loved him and smelled good food. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. How do you think the wild things are feeling? They wanted Max to stay. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end. So, if we wanted to summarize this story with somebody wanted but so then Elliot, not the other way, how would we summarize it? Who's the somebody? Who's the protagonist in this story? Max. What did Max want? He wanted to be mischievous. He wanted to have wild rumpuses. So he wanted to be a wild thing. But his mommy didn't want him to be. Or maybe we could say Max wanted to be with the wild things, right? But he missed his mommy. Maybe that's what we should say. So he decided to leave the wild things, and then he returned home, right? So, my two wild things, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Maybe you can have a wild rumpus or two today, and maybe make a little crown, like the one that Max had. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe you can make a little crown today out of paper, like Max had for an art project. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you when I get home. Have a good day.